Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is April the 26th, 2018. This is home of cryptocurrency straight talk. No fancy setter graphics, just information. Strong hand, value your wealth in Bitcoin. All right, remember to tune in tomorrow, Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. London time, 2 p.m. here in Denver. It's This Week in Bitcoin. Chris Black will be back on the show. Russell Spears will be back on the show. And the debut of Brian Wallace. And I'm going to talk about Brian Wallace. He's coming in from England. I'm going to talk about him later on in this show. And remember, check out the links below because you can get a shirt like this. This shirt says Satoshi in Japanese. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they gave this to me yesterday. Cryptoidshop.com. I linked directly to this shirt. You can buy it there. Those dudes were totally in motion. What's it say? Sticker code. Use promo code STICKER for 20% off free domestic shipping on orders over $50. All right. Thank you, guys. They came all the way in from Phoenix to Denver to see the event yesterday, and we had a blast yesterday. Check out yesterday's shows to learn about what happened at the event, to see Thomas and Andy and all the guys hanging out before the event, telling jokes. It was a fun time. Gold and hold, people. And remember, if you're checking out the links below, because I've referenced everything that's mentioned here down there, subscribe to the channel while you're down there. And I'll give you guys 1 second to pound that like button. Oh, yeah. Okay, here is a tweet. And I call this 80% crypto bait for the weak hands. Yeah. Well, weak hands are 80%ers naturally. All right. Price movements under $10,000 have only been a distraction to shake you out before $14,000. Hey, I don't care about the price at all because one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, but it's bait. That's exactly what it is. All the movements, people saying, oh, it's 9,000, it's 8,000, it's under 10,000. It's bait for the weak hands, crypto bait. They bite on it. They sell. They are weak hands. And in the strong hands, we just stick around and we laugh because it's going back up again in terms of fiat. But of course, we just care that one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. We're not impulsive like the people who eat that bait, who get caught with the hook. We're long-term thinkers, 2020. And we're going to talk about some specific Bitcoin numbers, not to do with price, but stay tuned. That's coming on a little later in the show. What else do we have here? Okay. Oh, Trezor has a deal. So as I said, I'm sure all of you right now are checking the link section below. If you go all the way down, you can use my Trezor link. All right. My affiliate link. You click on that. You can get a Trezor 1 black plus a crypto steal for 159 euros. Oh yeah, I'm doing quotes in freaking euros. That's how much I care about Bitcoin and not about the dollar. All right, and I want you guys to be safe with your Bitcoin. Control your own private key. Get that Trezor. Some people like the crypto steal a lot. I've had clients that have purchased that. And you put your recovery seed on there and it can't burn up in a fire. All right. So if you want that combo, 159 euro, click on that link way below in the notes section. All right. And you can follow me on Twitter. And Twitter has been blowing up. As usual, I say that every time. If you follow me at TechBalt, TechBalt, on Twitter, you'll see like throughout the day, random times of the day, I get on this computer, I see something awesome, I retweet it. And it's, breaking type of news. Now, here's something from Money Trigs. Speaking of Twitter, the Bitcoin community might be the smartest, most diversified, and global social network of very wealthy individuals I would not want to F with. I didn't say the word. I stopped counting at 600 strong. I don't know what that He's counting how many there are, all with money to burn. You cross the line, we'll push back. Now, he's probably talking about some Twitter battle. I don't care about the Twitter battle he's in, okay? I think what he said, this community, we're all over the world, smart people, wealthy people now, a lot of them, and huge potential for this very truly diversified community to make world progress and just creating a new way of life and freeing people. And yeah, fitting in is overrated, indeed. These dudes didn't want to fit in. They went their own way. I'm proud to be one of them. And it's a unique group that's going to change. It's already changed the world. So join us. Join us. Again, it starts with 1 Bitcoin, but you can end up with a lot of Bitcoin also, man. You can end up with a lot. That should be your goal. 1, then 2, then 10, then 16, then 17, then 21, then 100. All right. So here, this is part of my title. Matt Odell, the greatest Twitter crypto dude out there right now, I'd say. He says, DCG, CoinDesk's parent company, doesn't own any Ethereum and actively promotes Ethereum Classic. Keep that in mind when you are reading Vitalik's tweets today. Well, Vitalik Buterin, the guy behind Ethereum, he was not pleased with CoinDesk today. He wasn't pleased with their event. He says he's not going to their event. He says they charge too much for their event. But is the root cause for his bitterness toward CoinDesk that the dudes behind CoinDesk pump Ethereum Classic? I mean, and he's Ethereum. Who knows? Good point, Matt. And Matt always gives insight like that into the drama that's out there. And I don't care about the drama. I care about, who's holding what in the background there. And what is going to happen to Ethereum? What is, we're still approaching this proof of work, proof of stake, Casper, all this nonsense. Is Ethereum Classic going to pump? Is Money Triggs going to, the scoop that Money Triggs gave on the show a long time ago, is that going to come true? Who knows? Pound that like button. You get unique stories like that when Money Triggs dropped that exclusive here. Oh, man. And then over a year ago when Vinny Lingham was on the show, we had a 2-hour show where he popped in. Oh, what great memories. Unique. This is, I do original stories here. What can I say? It's different. Fitting in is overrated. I'll tell you that. It's been fun to do it differently, to go my own way with this thing. And it keeps getting better every day. Life keeps, it's awesome. What a path this Bitcoin has led me down. This show has led me down. I'm traveling all over, speaking places. It's fun. It's fun. And yeah, I wouldn't be, if I didn't have the show, I wouldn't be speaking in Denver. They wouldn't know who I was. But I would still have Bitcoin. That would be cool. It doesn't matter. The best part is having the Bitcoin. The speaking is fun, and meeting people is awesome, obviously. I love meeting these people. I love meeting, you guys are chatting or whatever. If you want me to answer a question now, you can do the super chat. And you tweet at me. And it's great but when I finally meet you guys, it's awesome. It's really, you can tell I got a big smile on my face just thinking about it. It just ties it all up. That's the final step right there. All right. So, here we go. Zclassic. Now this is someone sent me this. Well, a lot of people have been talking about this Zclassic thing. Even Ty Zen brought it up on the This Week in Bitcoin show a few weeks ago. Okay. So Zclassic, Be Private formed from there. It was huge. It was original. They sporked. Now there have been rumors that another coin is going to fork from Zclassic. And Ty Zen was saying, why not? I told Ty, I think you're just trying to pump Zclassic. Well, lo and behold, Zclassic's price has gone up quite a bit lately. And there's a rumor that something is going to fork from there. And this could be just a huge, big pump and dump. I don't really understand the reason to fork another coin from Zclassic. Well, Ran in South Africa, who hosts the CNBC crypto show down there, and I've been on his show. He's been on my show. He hasn't been around the crypto space for very long. I think it's less than a year maybe or something, whatever. He gets excited about altcoin and ICO related things. And I would say he gets way too excited sometimes. He jumps on story. I guess he's trying to do scoops. He wants to give his audience, original, different. He just doesn't want to talk about Bitcoin. I remember when I told him I'm just a Bitcoin holder. He's like, you don't trade? I mean, he wanted to know what my pitch was. And I told him about crypto dividends. That's why he put me on the show originally, because that was back then. No one had called it that yet. And I thank him for having me on the show back then. And again, he's been a gentleman with me. He's been on my show, but he's got a tweet out there and he's risking it here. I mean, there's already some OGs in the community that kind of are harsh on Ran. Here it is, Crypto Trader exclusive. And you can check this out below. It's linked to below. Crypto Trader exclusive. Saturday, we air a special episode where we will break all the details of the upcoming fork in Zclassic. Look out for the link on my Twitter. Okay. Now, this is not like Tizen pumping this up, okay? Because Tizen straight up admits, he's a trader. He's just trying to make money. He's going to do what he's going to do. Okay, so did Rand get some inside information? He bought up a lot of the Zclassic. He wants it to go up more now, so he's going to tell a huge audience about this. Could these guys not be telling the truth and not really do this? And in the end of the day, Rand had this story. I mean, he's taking a risk here. Again, because it doesn't make a lot of sense to fork from Zclassic again. It really, and considering that not everything went as smooth as it should have with the Be Private thing. And it's already pumped. And now it's pumped more on this tweet, by the way, and it'll pump more. And some of the people that are going to pump it are just dudes. They don't care if it forks. They just know people are going to hear about this on this big show, and they'll just dump it before the truth about it can come out. So this is, be careful, Rand. Be careful, everyone. I am not buying any Zclassic. Let me stress that. With the Be Private thing was original. This is dude, it might have already jumped the shark. Things move fast in this space. And the sporking from Zclassic probably jumped the shark already. But who knows? Who knows? They could pump this thing to oblivion. I don't want anything to do with it. Anything to do with it. So I'm putting it out there right now. And there we just got $4.99 super chat from Dolphin134. Thanks, Jedi Meister. Oh, when I was a youngin', I used to love those Star Wars movies. Oh my God, yeah, the whole thing. And even as I just saw it when I'm flying on planes now. I watched the latest one, or so. Was that the late? Yeah, the one where Han Solo gets. Well, I guess I'm not supposed to say that part. All right, the part 7, right? Yeah, part 7 I saw on the plane, and the prequel one. Well, not the middle, the one before Star Wars that was an additional one with the girl. Now they all have girls. It's kind of, the heroes are, what happened to Luke and Anakin? And anyway, they can go their own way. That's their business. I watch them for free. Well, actually, I'm paying like hundreds of dollars to be on a freaking plane. But it's still free, kind of, because I'm not going to the theater. I wouldn't go. Dude, I don't know the last time I went to a movie theater. It was so long ago. I valued my wealth in women back then. It was yeah, I remember. Good looking woman. We went out. We saw a movie in Baltimore. It was a funny movie. It was a funny movie. She was a nice person. She was a very nice person. All right, and a beautiful woman inside and out. Anyway, so where are we here? Okay, enough about Adam's movies, and because you got to value your wealth in Bitcoin, not in hot women. Because unfortunately, over time, looks, they fade away. They fade away. Okay, so where are we going? And anyway, that no one can take your crypto, unconfiscatable. Your cryptocurrency is unconfiscatable. All your other wealth can be confiscated by the government, by women. Women can be confiscated, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, we talked about crypto. Oh, Tom Lee. This dude, Tom Lee, he's like a really mainstream crypto guy. I hadn't really heard of him until my dad brought it up to me. So if my father, and he's like, yeah, there's this guy on, because my dad listens to Sirius radio, satellite radio. I guess it's probably a TV station on Sirius radio, on satellite radio. And when he hears about cryptocurrency, he's like, yeah, I hear about this guy, Tom Lee. Or maybe he heard about Tom on the internet. He heard about Tom. I don't know how my dad found out about Tom Lee, but my dad is not a guy that knows hardly anything about cryptocurrency. Okay. And so, but he thought, oh, this Tom Lee guy must be big because mainstream sources or advertisements bring him up. And there are a lot of people, it's probably older people like my dad, who just fall into that trap right away. This Tom Lee guy's got what's he got here? Fund strat. He's got all this, mumbo jumbo funds or whatever they got going on to complicate altcoins and Bitcoin. And for me, it only boils down, Bitcoin is the king. It's the rock. But if you want to spew all sorts of crazy altcoin stuff, then be my guest. But so the 80%ers fall for this type of crypto bait that I'm going to talk about. That's in this Tom Lee tweet, and it really helps pump coins. When the 80%ers fall for the crypto bait, it pumps these altcoins, and it helps the guys who get them for free. If you got Be Private for free, you're gonna like this, because basically all the noobs will hear the names listed here and blindly purchase them because the guy on TV listed them in his pretty graphs. So what am I talking about? Pretty graphs and the guy. So here it is. Crypto. We are launching 5 sector indices to track specific segments of the crypto market: commodities, platforms, exchanges, privacy, and stable coins. These 5 represent 75% of the crypto market cap. So, okay, he's classifying certain cryptocurrencies in groupings, and he's graphing them out. And there's pretty graphs there, any freshman in college, or probably now any freshman in high school, could make the same graphs, take the same information, but he's choosing certain coins to put in there. Now, by the way, the 5 sectors, the one segment is commodities. Bitcoin is one of those, okay? But it's not in the other ones. And then in the stable coin, there's only one little one, and Tether. I'm like, well, who the heck? But in the other ones, he mentions a bunch of other ones, okay? He mentions a bunch of other altcoins. So here you got this guy on the TV. He's got pretty graphs. He's tweeting them out. So all these people are gonna be like, oh wow, they mentioned I'm gonna have to buy that one. Tom Lee mentioned it. He's not saying he bought these. He's just, all he's doing is classifying them with pretty graphs and little pie charts or whatever. And this is the bait, man. This is the 80% crypto bait, and people buy it. And again, they're gonna be like, well, it's part of this segment. It's and Be Private is one of them. He lists Be Private as one of the. So that's good for them. I mean, it's good for these altcoins. Be Private is in the privacy. His privacy segment. I mean, so and then you see so I guess the graphs change every once in a while depending on the market cap of each of the coins listed in them. So that'll help pump those coins. But dude, do not fall for that stuff. Just because this dude lists 24 coins or whatever doesn't mean they're better than others, or you shouldn't even touch them. Most of them, all of them. But Bitcoin is the only one you should spend fiat on. But people are going to fall for this, and we're going to see this more and more as the cryptocurrency space evolves. There are going to be more guys placed on pedestals like the Tom Lees of this world who try to formalize everything in the very traditional financial way that make traditional investors comfortable. They're used to seeing these graphs when they open up their stock reports that get mailed to them in the mail still. Like my dad gets his portfolio stuff mailed to him in the mail, the companies, the traditional companies he's invested in, all the boring ones you've heard of. I mean, I'm not going to say one my dad. I don't even know all the stuff he owns, but there's one I could think of. I'm not going to mention it. But yeah, so this type of thing, 80%ers fall for, and older people who might not be 80%ers in terms of their intelligence, but in terms of being newbies to Bitcoin, heck yeah, they behave like 80%ers. So, warn people, say, dude, just understand Bitcoin before you start looking at somebody's graphs and being impressed that they mentioned a coin, and they called it a privacy coin. Yeah, of course, they're privacy coins. But if you're one of these altcoin dudes behind one of these coins, congratulations, you're going to get pumped to the moon probably because of guys like Tom Lee and the 80%ers. It's 80. They fall for there's more 80%ers than 20%ers. There's more impulsive people than long-term thinkers. So they're going to pump these coins. They're falling for the crypto bait. All right, enough of that. And speaking about newbies and good newbies and informationals, this guy, Brian Wallace, is going to be on my show tomorrow. He's pretty new to Bitcoin. He's an older guy. He's not 60 yet. He's approaching 60. He'll talk about this on my show tomorrow. He retweeted some stuff with me in it. He watches my show. I appreciate that. And since he's in motion and got in touch with me, he told me about his new channel. He started a channel, and it's good. It's got better graphics than mine does. But remember, it's not all about fancy graphics, and it's not hard to have better graphics than this channel. Pound that like button, baby. You know I'm cheap as anything, and that's why I got a lot of Bitcoin. But so where are we? I just lost it. No, so Brian's got a really good introduction video about how he got into it. And he goes over some basic things. So if you're new, you can watch his videos and feel quite comfortable because he's relatively new, but he's really immersed himself in this. You can tell. He's watched some good people. And I think he probably watches everybody that was at the event in Denver yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's familiar with all those people, definitely. Okay. Let's see, 17 million Bitcoins are out there now. All right, yeah. 17 million have been produced. Yay. I told you I was going to talk about numbers. Here's what Alistair Milne says, 17 million out of 21 million Bitcoin already exists. Sounds like we're running out. Dude, you are right. You are right. There are not a lot of these out there, okay? And they're not going to be a lot more produced. So just keep that in mind, people. Limited supply. Exclusive. Elite. Be elite. Strictly the elite. All right. Henry Law just sent $10 from 10 Hong Kong dollars. Altcoins to me are just monthly favorite musical chair games. Okay to speculate a bit, but no more than 5%. Well, yeah, dude, Henry, I think you're doing pretty well with this. Again, I tell people, yes, altcoins, sometimes there's good speculations, like the Be Private, when Zclassic originally sporked, when it was $10 back on December 26th, if you had a lot of Bitcoin and you had some extra B gold around, convert that B gold into Zclassic. I mean, yeah, if you're in great shape, you have no debt, you can speculate. You can speculate on good speculations, but Henry, most people out there, it's not just the 80%, 20% combo, are in debt, can't afford to risk any of their precious Bitcoin. So, be careful, everyone out there. I always say only spend fiat on Bitcoin. That is it. But Henry, I think, is actually doing pretty well. With the bit, and I like Henry a lot. He travels around too a little bit. I follow what he's doing out there. He's a good guy. Thank you, Henry, very much. All right, I gotta come back to Hong Kong, man. Although again, Hong Kong isn't my favorite place because when I was there from July 1st to 7th, it was like the worst part of their rainy season. It would rain like 7 times a day. But I gotta come back. I gotta meet Simon Dixon in person one day. I won't be back there during July ever again in my life, I hope, unless like someone's taking me around in a limo and I don't have to, but I have to run. I do have to run when I'm in these cities because, I'm healthy. All right. Enough of talking about that kind of stuff. Go Hong Kong. All right. Oh yeah. So here, link to below are pictures from yesterday's event that have been tweeted out by cool people like Queen Crypto and Visual Samurai. I got to meet this dude in person. I had no idea he was around here. He came from a far distance, actually. And in the tweet that I linked to below is also the video he originally made of me doing all these sayings. It's a compilation of Adam Meister just being wild out there, which is hilarious. And I thank him for making that video. I thank him for putting out that picture of us together yesterday. And it was great to meet you and everyone out there and meet Queen Crypto and everybody. It was great. So check them out below. Pound that like button, everybody. This show has been long, but I've actually had a really fun time with this show. It's been a fun time today, guys. It's I like all these subjects. Okay, here's another subject. Now, I don't like this one that much, this subject. The Mt. Gox trustee moved Bitcoin and Bcash again. 16,000 units removed from cold storage to an exchange. I don't know if it was moved to an exchange. It was moved. Okay, so some people panicked this morning, I think. And until this Mt. Gox dude, trustee, doesn't have any more Bitcoin or Bcash or anything, we're not going to hear these. There's not going to be FUD. There's not going to be speculators taking advantage of the fact that sometimes it moves. So don't worry. Don't let that FUD you out of your coins, that this dude still has a lot of it. It will be resolved eventually. It's a short-term thing, long-term thinking, guys. But one funny thing, Alistair Milne had a funny tweet that sums up what I think about this. He said it's a poll, actually, and you can vote in it. It's linked to below. Vote in it soon because I think it's going to expire soon. The Mt. Gox administrator is corrupt, incompetent, both, or awesome. And right now, both is winning right now. He's both incompetent and corrupt, is what the people say. But hey, you could vote yourself. Finally, one of my clients out there, and a lot of you are like, why do you charge so much for your clients? Well, they pay it, but also you're going to see why I can charge this much, because my clients. Okay, this dude, he put out a Facebook post of him standing next to his new 2018 Audi Q5 that he says he used his crypto dividends to purchase. So I mean, that's just amazing that crypto dividends, and he uses the term crypto dividend, of course. He says, I think he said, thank crypto dividends. And he made an allusion to King of the Trolls also, but he might have only used his Bcash crypto dividends on this. Anyway, and remember, I don't say to go buy an Audi Q5, okay? Remember, don't cash out until at least after 2020 halving. This guy, though, was already, I believe he's already a wealthy man before he got into Bitcoin. But yeah, so these are the type of people I deal with. So, people are like, why do you charge people so much? Well, I deal with wealthy people. I love to deal with wealthy. If you're not wealthy, if you are wealthy, anyone can be my client. Adam@trezorhelp.com. We could set up a crypto consultation. But this dude really, he put it into his picture, really summed up like how amazing a time of abundance we're living in the cryptocurrency world, or in the Bitcoin world, where, again, and I know I've said this like the last 3 shows, at the beginning of 2016, beginning of 2017, no one could have predicted these forks would be making people quite wealthy or wealthier, and that these crypto dividends would become a thing, and you would be able to get all this Bitcoin from trading in your crypto dividends. Again, that's what I encourage, turning your crypto dividends into Bitcoin. But hey, some people who are already well off turn them into Audi Q5s, 2018 Audi Q5s. Okay, pound that like button, people. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. Again, this says Satoshi. It says Satoshi in Japanese, apparently. See ya.